Hello, everyone. I'm Chris.
And this is Milton with the Sports Truth.
The truth will set you free.
On today's podcast, we are going to talk about NFL matchups that we are excited to watch about.
Definitely.
I got about 10 that I think we need to discuss.
6.
No, that's for when we talk about later on when we say who has a legitimate shot at the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
I think it's about 10. You think about 6.
Yeah.
It's something we'll discuss after we do 5 random questions. But
All
for
right.
now, let's get to the schedule. Thursday night opens up with the Cowboys at the Bucks. You had to include the Super Bowl winner in there.
Man.
I love this matchup because you have the Cowboys who think that they're the best.
They think that they're America's team.
They're
still.
America's team,
They're
exactly.
stuck in the 90s.
More like the 70s and 80s. I mean, maybe by the 90s they're still America's team.
Yeah.
Here's your chance, Cowboy fans. You're going up against the Super Bowl champs, who I don't know if they're going to lose all year. I mean, maybe if they're going to lose.
Fourth
because
easiest schedule, though.
They do have the fourth easiest schedule. I think what's going to happen with the Bucks is that they will essentially win all their games, and then at the end, what's the point of really risking Brady? I guess you could throw in Kyle Trask of the Gators in there, and they can continue winning with what they have. But getting back to the game that kicks off the season, the Cowboys at the Bucks, I don't give the Cowboys much of a chance.
Me neither.
They have some nice shiny toys. You have Dak Prescott, you have Zeke, Amari Cooper, Mike Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, but is Prescott back to full health?
That's a great question. I mean, that leg when it turned the wrong way.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
But let's say and give the benefit of the doubt to Dak Prescott. But the issue I have here, it isn't Dak, isn't his weapons. The issue really is that the Cowboys' offensive line that used to be at strength a couple years ago isn't the same. You had a retirement. I'm not sure if it was a center.
I think it was the left, wasn't it?
Or left guard or center, someone like that, or he could play both.
Against the Bucks defense. You know what happened in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. So, talking about the Cowboys, it's not a good matchup. We'll go both ways. First of all, when the Cowboys match up against that front seven, if you have any hole in that offensive line, it will be abused. Exploited. Thank you. I was looking for a better word. Yes, exploited by that front seven. I mean, I personally think they have the best front seven since the '85 Bears.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, because there's this talent
I'm just
everywhere.
thinking back and now.
Yeah. And then when you have Brady going up against the Cowboys defense, essentially their Cowboys defense, they went heavy on the draft on defensive rookies. So for the first game of the year, they're going to be ready to go up against Brady. That is that is not going to happen. So I will relish and enjoy Brady and the Bucks making fools of the Cowboys. Do you see any way that the Cowboys win that game?
If Brady gets injured or the front seven gets injured, bad luck.
No injury, no bad luck.
Oh, just sort of straight up like Madden with the injuries turned off.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be. I'm gonna say right now the Bucks are gonna win, probably 28-12.
Yeah, I see a double-digit win going on too. And if you think about it, this is essentially their coronation. It's their first home game where they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then now for everybody to see on Thursday night, the season opener. So to all you Cowboy fans out there,
ouch,
pump the brakes. I'm sure, halfway through the season, you guys will get everything going and possibly even win your division. Even though most people I hear talk about the NFC East are pointing towards the Redskins because of
Washington football team.
Oh, my God. Did I say Redskins?
Yeah, we're going to have to bleep that out.
Okay, all
Sorry,
right.
viewers.
The Washington football team.
Yeah. Have a really good defense, so I don't know how the Cowboys are going to deal with that later.
Yeah.
Twice a year.
Let's not even mention that because that game's not worth mentioning. All right. Second on the list this was the playoff game last year, the Browns at the Chiefs. I'm very interested in watching this game. The Chiefs did an awesome job of rebuilding their offensive line. They didn't just plug in anybody. They got Orlando Brown Jr. from the Ravens,
Joe Thuney,
Joe Thuney,
Patriots, yeah.
Kyle Long. They have someone come back from the opt-out or the COVID.
I think so.
So their starting guard. So I mean, their offensive line might be better than next year. But on the Browns side, they did a great job of rebuilding their secondary through free agency. They picked up Troy Hill, Joe Johnson the third, and then through the draft they picked up Greg Newsome.
So you think they can actually match up against the Chiefs?
I think they can match up against the Chiefs, and if I was a betting man, which I'm not.
Yes.
The Browns, I would take the Browns in the points. So the
Yeah.
Chiefs are probably going to win. That's a tough place.
Yeah.
It's early in the season. So, but I think you're talking about a very exciting football game.
And Mahomes has a chip on his shoulder.
After that last Super
Yeah,
Bowl
that's
loss.
true.
What I'm
He
saying.
was embarrassed, and he does have a major chip on his shoulder. You saw what a major chip on his shoulder could do with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
so
boy.
the same thing could happen with Patrick Mahomes. There's only really a couple teams. I would put the Browns and the Bills as teams that could beat the Chiefs and push them to the side to go to the Super Bowl, and the Browns. So we'll see what the Browns are really made of. They've sort of been hyped the last couple years. The hype is meeting the reality. So
Shocker.
I'm very excited
Draft day level
to see that matchup, because if the Browns do beat the Chiefs in Kansas City, which the Chiefs sometimes they lose early in the season, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't give the Cowboys any chance of beating the Bucks, but I give a slight chance of the Browns winning. They're definitely not going to be blown out. All right, the next game up also involves the Chiefs. Chargers at the Chiefs.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
My boy Herbert.
One thing that I've noticed, and you could probably say this too, following the Chargers, is when the Chargers have played the Chiefs the last couple of years, especially with Mahomes there, they always play him close. I mean, last year they should have beat him in overtime had Anthony Lynn gone for it on fourth and inches in the middle of the field. Yeah, exactly. And I was talking to a Charger fan yesterday, trying to sell him on the hype of the Chargers, and he just sort of said, "Really? But what about the curse?" And so that's the big thing, you know.
Is there a curse?
Is there a curse? And you know, if I'm a big believer in the nucleus, and if the nucleus of Brandon Staley and Justin Herbert come together, I think they're going to do pretty well. I know they have a little bit of a tough schedule early on, but we'll see.
It's the Chargers. They always make it close on games they should lose.
That's true. That's
really suck on games they should
I
win.
know, right? Okay, I'll buy into that.
Don't worry, Staley didn't have to go very far. Remember I mentioned last time, he just walked across the hall. Okay, bye, Rams.
That's true. Yeah,
Chargers. It's SoFi Stadium.
As far as the Chargers go, I don't see them winning that game.
They might.
They might, though.
That's why.
They
I was
might.
a betting man. Which
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what are the Chiefs gonna just like lose to the Browns, and then they're gonna lose to the Chargers?
Can you imagine that? 0-2 Chiefs.
Yeah, it'd be
No
part of that
way.
Super Bowl
hangover.
Yeah. All right.
With the Bucks though. Imagine if they lost the Cowboys. Both Chiefs and the
Oh,
Bucks
wow.
are both 0-2.
You
Imagine
know
that.
what? It would turn
Your
everything
face.
upside down. Everything that I had
Make you the
studied
laughing
for
stock.
all year.
Of the year.
Any bets that I would
You
make.
heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. All right, moving on from there, we have the Bucks and the Rams. As you can see, I either have the Bucks or the Chiefs in here. They are the ones that made the Super Bowl, so people want to see winners. I think this will be an early answer to the question, are the Rams legit? I mean, according to every power ranking that I've read, outside of a couple, they're constantly in the top 10. I've even seen top 5. So
I saw one at number 2.
At number 2? Oh.
Yeah, on defense alone. It was defensive on defense top power rankings. They were number 2. I was like, what?
It's not going to happen on defense, because Brandon Staley not being there is going to be the difference. They were number 1 last year because of Brandon Staley and the pieces he had. They will resort to going to sort of middle of the pack, but I definitely think that their offense is going to carry them more than their defense. If somehow
Because Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, if somehow their defense was on par with the offense that they're talking about, whoa, watch out, everybody, except the Bucks. Then maybe they have a chance of winning the NFC West.
Don't count them out though.
Yeah. Don't count.
And freaking.
Yeah, I mean the NFC West is a whole mess because it seems like the Niners owe the Rams owe the Cardinals.
The Cardinals screw with the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Yeah,
we get mad. We always play spoiler on you guys at your own stadium.
Right. So I think whoever wins the NFC West is probably going to come out of there with 2 losses.
Yeah,
That's
no
my
way.
thinking.
There's no way they're going 6-0.
Whether it's the 49ers or the Seahawks or the Cardinals or
Do you really
Rams.
think any of the NFC West could go 6-0 against each other?
I'm telling you what, I will be a big believer in the Rams as much as I don't want to be, because obviously they're in the same division as my 49ers.
And my Cardinals.
and your Cardinals. But if the Rams beat the Bucks, then maybe all this hype of Matthew Stafford was correct, and I was in the wrong.
He does have an arm, though.
He does, but I saw a stat that said he started. There's 32 games the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Not 17 like this year.
Right.
And I lost my train of thought for a second.
And
now I remember. Yes, so he started 13 of 32 games. That's not even 50%. That is not good. I mean, maybe he felt like a little bit of an injury or a headache, and he's like, you know what? It's the Lions. I'm going to take another week off. Who knows? I want to see if he's completely healed. So we'll see what happens with that. But a lot of these early games that I talk about will let us know. Are the Cowboys for real?
Are the Rams for real?
Are the Rams for real? Are the
Chiefs?
I mean, the Bucks are for real, and I think the Chiefs, with their newly built offensive line and Patrick Mahomes chip on his shoulders, they're for real. The other ones,
you have to make sure
they're the contenders, or they're the champs because they've won the Super Bowl in the last 2 years. I want to know if like the Browns and the Chargers and the Rams, because I don't know if I really take the Cowboys seriously, I mean, they might have a Madden type offense.
Spoilers game, yeah.
Yeah, but when you have a bunch of rookies that are playing on defense, I'm not sure how good. I'm not sure how much your defense is going to contribute.
How deep you're going to go in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they were gashed and gave up tons of points. I mean, I want to say they gave up like 50 to the Browns that one game.
Yeah, but that's why Dak had all those points, because every time the opponent would score, he had a chance to score too. He'd have like 400-yard games constantly because he was always getting scored on. So maybe that's what he wants.
Maybe.
6,000-yard season he was going for until the leg problem.
Yeah. 6,000-yard season.
He was about to, yeah.
Yeah, and a 6-10 record. Congratulations, I guess.
Yeah, he'd be in the record book.
He'd be in the record book.
The goats. He would beat the goats out.
And that's why, I mean, especially the stats of today, don't know how much.
Inflated.
They're definitely inflated.
We should do the stats on 12 games, just like it used to be. 12 games. So in 12 games, what's your stats? That's your actual thing.
Oh my god.
It's only fair to everyone from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, no, that is true. I want to say that the 16 game schedule, did it come out?
Was it the 90s or the 2000s?
No. I want to say late 70s.
Really?
I want to say 76, but I don't know. I don't know that information, so I probably shouldn't
if there's 17 games, so is it an extra away game or extra home game? How are they gonna do that?
What they're doing is for the last. It's really interesting. I've never seen this before. For the 17th or the 18th week, which is the 17th game, you have every team playing somebody within their own division, which is really smart because they might come down to think about this, Bills Dolphins, Rams 49ers, so the NFC West or AFC East or whatever division. Yeah,
it's random though.
Yeah, so everybody's playing their own division. So the Seahawks play the Cardinals, the 49ers play the Rams, so on and so on and so on. So, yeah. All right, so let's get back to our list.
Yep.
We don't want to keep our listeners waiting. What game do you think, based on the little bit that you've seen out there, is the game that everybody wants to watch?
Oh, man.
If you don't get it, I'll let you know really quick.
You should let me know real quick.
Okay. How about the Buccaneers at the Patriots?
Oh yeah, 'cause
Right.
everyone wants to see Brady, and they're all gonna do a standing ovation.
Yeah.
And then right after, they're gonna boo him and root against him. That's what they should do.
Someone told me it was the most expensive ticket.
Yeah, it's Brady.
Yeah.
6 Super Bowls with the Patriots, and he comes back just like when Favre came back against the Packers. Remember, he got a standing ovation.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they all booed him after because he's the enemy.
There's-
Same with Peyton Manning. when
this
he came
one
back
is-
to the
is-
Colts.
This one is so layered, so I want to dive into it a little
I
bit.
completely forgot about that. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, Bucks at Patriots.
And I love that it's the Bucks going to the Emperor's
Emperor Belichick.
his domain, his
Death Star.
Death Star.
Sorry, Las Vegas Raiders. We don't know where the real Death Star is. It's in Foxborough.
This is what I think on that game. Brady would love to. He's already won the Super Bowl, so I think this would just be the cherry on top.
So he wants to stick it to Belichick.
Oh, he definitely wants to stick it to Belichick,
Yeah.
and for everything that Brady has brought to the Bucks, whether that's Bruce Arians or everybody that decided to come play with the Bucks,
Yeah.
they now, or
They know what?
I don't know.
I mean, well, there's Gronk too. Gronk's coming back against the Patriots as
yeah,
well.
they got 22 of
Yeah.
the 22 returning starters, which is like the first time since like 1970 something that everybody's
Yeah, but it's
coming
just funny
back.
because Gronk was an ex-Patriot as well, so it's a double.
Oh,
the
that's
double
a good one.
Standing
Yes,
ovation
yes,
for both of them.
for sure. So they're both coming back.
And then the booze.
Well,
as it should be. Come on.
Yes and no. I'll give you my take on that. I think what's going to happen is that the Buccaneers, each player, each coach on that team is going to do everything that they can to make sure that Brady wins that game. So all those players that benefited from being with Brady, all those players, including the coach, are going to pay back the favor. And so you're telling me Brady's going to go up against Cam Newton and lose
Or
at home? Oh, my
Who's the
God.
backup again? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. And-
The guy that you were so scared of getting.
Exactly.
I completely forgot his
the
name.
pariah, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, because the PTSD.
Yes.
Yes, Mac Jones. Imagine Mac Jones versus Brady.
I hope that's what it is, because I have a feeling at that point Cam Newton will be broken, or
Yeah.
Belichick will realize I have a better chance of winning with Mac Jones running my offense.
Yes. Doing third down conversions and stuff like that.
Yes, but I don't think, and I'd have to look into the records, that Brady has lost to a rookie quarterback, especially in Foxborough.
Yeah, actually, wait. Does this mean that if Brady beats the Patriots, he's beaten every single team, right?
Oh, yes,
That's what they
true.
did
I
for
didn't
Favre
even
and
think
for
about
Manning.
that. Yes, he's
Yeah.
never played the Patriots.
Yeah.
So he's beaten every other team. Oh, my God.
So
the
just like the
cherry
same
on
with
top.
Favre and Manning.
Yeah.
Remember when they went
I mean,
back and beat
unless
their old team?
Belichick goes old school and, like, what he did against Montana was he knocked him out purposely.
Yeah.
A couple times. I mean,
Yeah.
broken hand and
Yeah.
busted head. But you can't really get away with that
You can go with that now.
these days. Yes. So, yeah.
Don't count out the Emperor, though. He knows everything
I
about
know,
Brady.
and
Brady
you know
knows
what?
everything
My,
about him.
you know my rule on betting: don't bet
bet.
against Belichick.
Yeah.
Don't bet for Cam Newton. I want to say that it's pretty safe to. I'm going to take the 7-time Super Bowl winner and Bruce Arians and their defense and take them to. Is it a slaughter or is it
No
a
way.
close? No, it's no. It's close.
It's a
right.
close
It's-
game.
you're probably right.
There's
Yes.
no way, because I had a few
Uh-huh.
power rankings that had the Patriots defense ranked in the top 10.
That's true. The Patriots defense,
Yeah.
they went heavy on the
Always.
draft. They got some COVID opt-out backs, especially someone like Dante Hightower.
Yep.
But I'm
Still.
definitely going to take that day off because I want to see what Brady does
To his old team.
to his old team.
I better
Yeah.
see a standing ovation, though.
Here's the other
what he's
thing
done.
too. I've talked to a lot of Patriot fans. Anytime I see the jersey, I ask them, "Oh, how do you feel?" and about Brady leaving.
Yeah.
And most of them cheered for the Bucks. So I wouldn't be surprised because the Patriots are terrible right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if half the fans in Gillette Stadium or Foxborough or wherever they play their games
Yeah.
would be secretly or at some point when Brady's destroying their Patriots just for this game,
Cheer for Brady.
cheer for Brady.
Yeah.
And I'll even use an example of myself. All my life since, I want to say, 81, I've been cheering for the 49ers.
Yeah.
But There's times where when they weren't having such good seasons that I would sort of hope they'd lose their last couple games so that they'd get that nice high draft pick. But yeah, I mean, what's the point of winning the rest of your games if you're gonna get a high draft pick?
You play to win the game.
Oh yeah, that's right. You play to win the game. How dare I mess up the sanctity of football?
Herm Edwards, right? You
Yeah.
play to win the game.
So here's the situation. Montana, Steve Young and Montana.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was time for Montana to go. Steve Young was playing really well, had his whole career ahead of him. Montana was on the twilight of his career.
Mm-hmm.
They shipped out Montana to the Chiefs, and that following year, or the first year that Montana was playing with the Chiefs, the 49ers with Steve Young went and played the Chiefs. Well, I don't think I was the only 49er fan, but other 49er fans, the true faithful, for that one game, they were cheering for Montana. And Montana
Really?
did, it was a close 3-point game, but they did end up winning. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of Patriot fans that are secretly or towards the end of the game cheering for Tom Brady. I mean, let's realize what this guy...
Even the computer agreed with you. He went, boom,
Yeah,
Tom Brady, number 12.
Exactly. The whole universe is on Tom Brady's side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then after that, then they can keep cheering for their miserable Patriots. I don't think they're
Hey,
going.
Mac Jones is the next Tom Brady.
I don't
remember?
care that they spent $350 million and free agency on backup wide receivers and tight ends. I mean, they're just trying to make the transition for whoever's going to be quarterback.
Mac Jones.
Be able, yeah, Mac
He'll
Jones.
do
will be
well
able-
because he is highly accurate and he knows how to manage stuff.
For sure, but once you get
Yeah,
into
that's it, though.
once you run into a team that has a high-powered
You
offense,
can't really do much.
like the Bucks or
Yeah.
the Chiefs or the Bills, then they're done for.
You can't manage the game against that.
Since there's 17 games now.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how many wins do you give the Patriots this year?
9
Okay,
at most.
at most, and that's really
And that's
9
with
and
them-
8. Okay, so it's
9
almost
and
a
8.
500 record.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. That sounds about right because it's still the AFC is still top heavy with the Bills and the Dolphins, and then you put the Patriots. I would
the
laugh if the
Jets.
Jets jumped over them,
The Jets might. You never know.
and I would love to see that Jets Patriots game during the season because usually it's a laugher and Belichick beating up on the poor hapless Jets,
Not anymore.
but not anymore. So yeah, if they're gonna lose to the Dolphins and the Bills, I say they split the series with the Jets.
You think the Jets quarterback is going to do good? The rookie?
I think so, and the reason I think that is because Robert Saleh has done a great job of. He got the best guard in the draft last year. They got the best tackle.
Yeah.
I think his name was Mika
Mika. Yeah.
Boutin or something like that. And they gave him weapons. I mean, the good thing is a lot of times people or GMs or coaches will protect their quarterback on the offensive line. And they did that with the Jets last year where they started to build the offense, but then they didn't give poor Sam Darnold, any weapons to go with. But I want to say, did they have Michael Carter? Yes.
Yeah.
North Carolina there. And they also have an other wide receiver. Don't remember who he is. Elijah Moore, maybe that's what his name
I
is.
think so, yeah. But it's the Jets defense that was young, and now they're older, so.
Right. And I think Robert Saleh will whip that defense into shape. So, yeah, the Jets are on the up. Sorry, Jets fans, or if you're listening to the New York fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jets on the rise. Giants. If you're telling me Daniel Jones is the real deal and Saquon Barkley is going to play the whole time, then I will give you the NFC East, or as my friend likes to call it, the NFC
Least.
Exactly. All right. Let's continue with our list.
Yep.
We don't want to make this podcast too long. Don't want to bore my listeners. All right. The next one. The Chargers actually make the list again.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
Bias detected.
That's what you would think, being from San Diego, but it's not. I really do believe in the Chargers. This is a great game. The Chargers are at home, and they play the Browns.
Oh, man. That should be a good one, actually.
Right? That's what I'm thinking, too.
Man.
The one thing that I give the Browns the edge on the Chargers is that the Chargers always seemed to have a tough time playing defense against good running teams, and the Browns aren't a good running team. They're a great running team.
Oh, I know. They
Yeah.
got the two-headed monster.
They
in
got the
back.
two-headed monster. I mean, you can go old school and go Thunder and Lightning, you know. Thunder being Nick Chubb and
Yeah.
Lightning being Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. Yep. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that scares me.
Right. You know,
Super Bowl. Draft day Browns. Anyone? Hey, Browns fans, you should be happy.
Which one of these two has a better chance of getting to the AFC Championship? Browns or Chargers?
The Browns.
Okay. All right, you heard it here first.
Yeah, the Browns.
All right.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, it's the curse, you know.
I ended up seeing Brandon Staley do an interview the other day, and I liked what I saw. You know, Louis Riddick of ESPN. He's probably one of my favorites. Such a smart guy. He said that Brandon Staley was a superstar in the making. I think what the Sean McVays and the Kyle Shanahans and those young up-and-coming coaches that integrate some of the college football game.
You think that Brandon Staley is gonna be the next one?
Absolutely.
So I can say the 3.
Right, because I always have a bias towards defensive coordinators, because they let me make the best defense and let me run the game, but that's not going to fly because the Chargers don't have a running back. And for you Charger fans out there that think Austin Eckler is a running back, he is not. He is a receiving running back, and then the rest is running back by committee. I think if the Chargers want to make the next step next year to play with the big boys, you need to get a stud running back. The offensive line is being fixed right now. You have Rashawn Slater. You got Corey Lingsley, is that his name?
I think that's his name.
Yeah, one of the best centers in football. So you got your left tackle taken care of. You got your center taken care of. You got the weapons. Justin Herbert had the best rookie season maybe ever. And the defense is going to be fixed by Brandon Staley. Please get a running back, Chargers, if you want to. You need one.
Draft one.
Draft
The next to LaDainian Tomlinson. Then you'll be literally the 2006 Chargers all over again. I'm serious.
You could.
Justin Herbert reminds me of
I totally agree.
Drew
but
Brees as a rookie.
In a better situation,
yeah.
because you're not going to have Marty Schottenheimer, who had a 5-19 record for his playoff career.
Yeah.
You're going to have Brandon Staley and Justin Herbert, which is so much better than Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers had major ADHD. This was something told to me when I worked at CBS, the CBS News Channel, talking to the sportscasters there, and I totally believe it. I mean, he's always jittery and, just that's why he never did well in the playoffs. He was immobile. So you have – I talked to one Charger fan yesterday, and I said, when's the last time the Chargers had a good quarterback? And he says, probably before I was born.
So, Dan Fouts.
I'm sorry. Did I say quarterback? I meant to say coach.
Coach.
Yeah.
Don Coryell. Eric Coryell.
Yeah.
By the way, who's still not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Injustice.
That is the biggest injustice.
I am going to make my own Hall of Fame and put Don Coryell in there.
Eric Coryell.
I'm going to put Roger Craig in there, who needs to be in there.
Yeah. Unreal.
I saw this year's, I think it's 8 Hall of Famers. There's some good ones in there. I want to say there's Lynch, who's doing an awesome job with the 49ers. Thank you for twisting Kyle Shanahan's arm. I read somewhere that the 49ers were originally going to draft Mac Jones, but there was so much backlash from 49er fans.
And you. They definitely heard our podcast.
They must have heard my podcast. I was screaming into the universe. So, yes. All right. So were we talking about the Browns and Chargers, right?
Yeah,
okay.
we were. Yeah, I think the Browns are going to win, but the Chargers always play spoiler. Whenever it's the Chiefs or Ravens or anyone high-powered, they always make it close.
Yeah.
But when it's a team they're supposed to roll over, they lose. Well, like the Panthers last year.
When's the last time that the Chargers rolled off like 6 straight wins or went 5-1? They always seem to stumble and then later on, put it together.
2007 with LaDainian Tomlinson, Rivers, Vincent Jackson, rest in peace, Vincent Jackson, and Antonio Gates. And they had on defense, you had Sean Merriman.
Yes.
Freaking who else was there? Oh, the linebacker, Stephen Cooper.
McCree.
Yeah, Marlon McCree. Wait, why don't you take a knee? Why don't you take a knee, Marlon McCree?
I was kidding. I was waiting.
And Antonio Cromartie.
Oh yeah. No, that defense was loaded.
2007.
What
They had,
held
like,
them?
6 or
What held
7
them
in a
back
row.
essentially was Schottenheimer, and I know fans were disappointed on like how can you get rid of a
No,
coach?
Sean Heimer was 2006. 2007 was
Norv Turner. Okay.
Turner held you back.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I know.
You know what?
You had Michael Turner as your backup running back to LaDainian Tomlinson. That's how loaded they were. And what do? You don't make it to the Super Bowl.
I know. See,
Michael
that's the type
Turner, the burner.
That's the type of backfield you need to have. LT starts.
LT,
You have Michael
Thunder
Turner
and
as a
Lightning,
background,
yeah.
and then you have little man.
Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles, all 5'5",
3.
all 3 of them, and Lorenzo Neal was it playing
The
in the
fullback.
back? Fullback. Oh my God!
Jacob
Please
Hester's
get
the
that
fullback,
power
too.
type offense. And I know all the offenses are all about passing the ball and spread offense and running gun it, but the running game is something that is needed. And Charger brass,
Please.
you can get a really good running back in the 2nd or 3rd round. I mean, I was excited that the 49ers were able to get Trey Sermon in the 3rd round.
That was a steal.
That was a steal.
It's because the undervalue of the
running
running back and the fullback also is vanishing.
Yeah,
the role
that's
fullback,
true. The
yeah.
fullback doesn't really
You
exist
don't really need it.
too much. Yeah, I mean, unless you're a smart coach like Kyle Shanahan and knows how
Say
to
his
use
last
it.
name.
Shanahan?
No, say the fullback's last
Oh,
name. Come on, say the whole thing. Pronounce it correctly.
It's Polish. Come on.
I'd be surprised if I
Juice.
got juice. Yeah, I'd be surprised if I got 3 letters right and all that. All right.
But
Okay,
yeah,
let's
anyway.
get back to our list.
Yep.
This next one was the AFC Championship.
AFC Championship. It's
What was the AFC Championship last
the
year?
Bills and the Chiefs.
The Bills and
Oh,
the Bills and
no.
the Chiefs.
One running back away, Bills.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my
Just
mouth.
had LT.
Yeah.
Or Adrian Peterson in his prime. You would have won.
They were up 9-0 on the Chiefs.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, Mahomes started to come
Yep.
back.
Flip the switch.
And Sean McDermott, who I always have respect for, all of a sudden was like, I think I'm going to kick field goals because they're worth as much as touchdowns. No, they are
Turned into Mike
not.
McCarthy of the Packers.
Yeah. So,
kick a
I
field
mean,
goal.
I don't even know if they would have won if they went for touchdowns, but it would have been a lot closer of a game. But yes, they
Yeah.
are. We're going to see where this is about halfway through the season. We're going to see how the Bills match up with the Chiefs. I gave you 2 teams that could beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. The Bills and the Browns.
Or flip it around. If the Chiefs are doing bad in the beginning, if they beat the Bills and they're still on the top or not,
Yeah.
it could go either way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's a fun game. The next game, this one's on Halloween. That's why I have this game
Spoopy.
right here. Yeah, it's definitely spooky. It's the
Spoopy.
Steelers at the Browns, okay? And the Browns this time are going to be playing the roles of the scary monsters.
I see a repeat.
Yeah, I mean,
28-0 in the
yeah,
first quarter.
28-0 last year in the playoffs.
Never letting you live that down.
Sorry, Steelers fans.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
And you know what? Halfway through the season, or wherever this game's at, it'll
Yeah.
let me know, are the Steelers for real? Because last year we thought they were real when they were 11-0 until they lost 4 of their last 5 games.
Well, they
and
were
were
just,
embarrassed
Yeah.
by the Browns. Yeah.
They were just carried against easy
Browns
teams.
are tired of being bullied. On Halloween, they will make a massacre of the Steelers.
So Friday the 13th, as you're telling me.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of slaughter.
Oh, yeah. For sure. So yeah, the Browns made it on this list a couple times. That's the only time the Steelers are going to make it on this list. Okay, they're sort of
Oh, come on.
the butt end of the
We're
jokes.
gonna get flamed by urinating tree. Like, come on, man.
What did
The
you say?
Steelers fan who does like on this day of days of our Steelers. Especially when they lose bad, he
Oh,
starts
really?
raging. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Watch, he's gonna come on here. he's
Well, I
gonna
hope that
comment.
Steelers fan that you're talking about finds our podcast so that
He's a YouTuber, dude. He has more subscribers than
uh,
we do. Yeah, that's what I'm
alright,
saying. He's gonna
alright.
come over here. He's gonna flame us for what you said.
Come on, Steeler fans. You have Big
Go on,
Ben,
urinating
who
tree.
is on the decline. You have
All you have is TJ Watt on defense.
Yeah, I mean, they plucked some defenders on the Steelers' defense. I mean, Bud Dupree is gone. Excuse me. They do. I mean, I'm not writing off the Steelers completely because they did pick up Najee Harris and with
That's true.
Chase Claypool and Juju Smith-Schuster. I know.
Say that fast 5 times. in a row.
Yeah,
I
I
was
could
waiting
barely
for
say
you.
it once.
The juice.
The juice. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens on there. There's some other good matchups on Halloween too, but moving on to relevant games. That was more of a joke game. Okay, this should have been the Super Bowl last year. The Packers at the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, the one that we both said we called and we got completely wrong, and like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
can we miss the goat versus the mini goat? Remember?
Right.
We said it over and over. How can we miss the goat versus the new goat? What the heck?
So obviously, wait a minute.
Because we said that it was gonna be the Chiefs versus the. We didn't think it was the Chiefs versus the Bucks. We thought it was gonna be Bills versus Packers for weeks.
Oh right,
We literally
right.
said it's gonna be Bills and Packers, and then when it was Chiefs and Bucks, we looked at each other like, oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
How can we miss the mini goat versus the goat?
Right. Okay,
What
I
the
see what
heck?
you're saying
That's
right now.
what-
I
that's what we
thought you
said.
were calling Aaron Rodgers the mini goat. That's
No,
why I was
no,
throwing
no,
off. Okay. I
We
mean, a lot of
said it.
people want to say that Rodgers is the
mini goat.
mini goat or
In
the
the
best of all
regular
time.
season, he is.
Yes.
He's
yeah.
a bad man.
Yeah,
as
I
they
mean, he
say.
sort of reminds me of Peyton Manning in terms of regular seasons are amazing, and then in
Yards,
the
yeah.
playoffs, I want to say he's like 1-4 in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
not a
feel
good,
bad.
not a good stat. And
Yeah.
you know, obviously LaFleur did not help anything last
LaFleur.
year by the infamous "let me go for 3 and give it back to Brady."
Went down 8.
With 2 minutes left, I'm sure
Yeah.
that'll work. Yeah,
No.
that's the safe way. I mean, if I would have been Rodgers, I would have been pissed and been like,
No.
put
we're
the
going
hand
for it.
up. No. We are going for it. Score the touchdown. It would have been a lot because they would have had to score the touchdown, score
And
the
the
2-point
2-point, yeah.
conversion, and still go ahead and beat the. So maybe it seemed like hopeless. I don't know. I don't know what Matt LaFleur was
Should have
thinking.
fired him then.
But that's where the young coach, they're young and bright and filled with college football formations. You don't have the experience. Like I mentioned one time, the average age of the last 10 Super Bowl winning coaches was 63. Okay?
Yeah, old.
So all those 37 and 43-year-old young pups,
Nope.
get some of that experience. You need to lose before you win,
Like Sean McVay against Emperor Belichick. That was a hilarious.
That was
The Rams
that
versus
was.
the Patriots.
And what
that
did-
was hilarious.
What did Sean McVay say after that he had been outcoached?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Was
and
it
that's
3
good
points,
for him
6
to.
points? He only got
Yeah, it
3?
was 13 to. Wait a
3 or
minute.
13 to 6?
6?
Was it?
Yeah.
He only got field goals.
Yeah, 13-6. That's
got
what it was.
his
The most
high-powered
boring
offense.
Super Bowl ever.
You say it's boring, but I'll raise you this. It was the most defensive Super Bowl.
What was the most what?
Defensive Super Bowl. It's all about defense. That's all it was. And you think it's boring because
It was
you're
boring.
used to offense.
No, it's not that. I mean, it was goofy golf.
Yuck.
Because he could have won there at the end and forced
He made
that.
dumb decisions.
Yeah,
The
and
Patriots knew it wasn't
Sean
happening.
McVay wasn't backing him up. And in the other corner, you had the nucleus of all time, the atomic bomb of Belichick and Brady. So
And you should have. You know what? The Patriots, Bill Belichick, they owed the Bears a Chicago deep dish pizza and a Salisbury steak because they copied what they did against Goff earlier in that season
oh,
when they picked him off. Yeah.
Next on our list is what I thought was going to be the Super Bowl, but it wasn't. Was the Bills and the Bucks?
Yeah, that too. That would have been a good one, but like I said, they don't have a running game against front seven. That's arguably one of the best since '85 Bears. It's not going to end well.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What I think is that this gives them, because obviously based on what you said, I said, anybody that knows football, the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the teams that could stand in their way, the Packers. Is Aaron Rodgers even going to play the season? And then the Niners, is it too much to put on Trey Lance? I mean, for me, a successful season would be for the Niners to lose to Brady and the Bucks in the NFC Championship, and then you could take the step next year to get to the Super Bowl.
Really? So you think they're going to make the playoffs? You think the 49ers are going to make the playoffs?
Oh, they're definitely going to make the playoffs.
I read some power rankings. They don't even make the playoffs in the power rankings.
Last year that was true.
offended.
Like when last year, I told you from early on I was having bad feelings, Super Bowl hangover.
You were right.
I knew that they were probably going to lose to the Cards.
I said the Cardinals are going to beat your
You
Niners. I
did.
told you.
And did I ever fight it? Did I
No,
ever say
you
no?
just
What are you
agreed.
talking about? I was like,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then the injuries, of course, derailed the season. But I think it's a chance for the Bills to see where they're at. This is heavy into the season where they're playing the Bucks.
So a litmus test.
Yeah, litmus test. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the Bills, even if they lose, the pressure isn't on them. The pressure's on this point for the Bucks to keep rolling. They'll probably be undefeated at this time. But the Bills don't need to be undefeated. They just need to be able to beat the Chiefs or maybe even the Browns to get there. So on the second time around, I'm not sure that I'd give the Bills a shot. But hey, if you make it to the Super Bowl, Bills fans, you've done it before. From what was it?
Don't remind them. I feel bad for them because
I know
the last
Bills
time
Mafia
in the 90s.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
I was happy with the Niners making it to the NFC Championship game. So if the Niners can make it to the NFC Championship and the Bills can make it to the AFC Championship, there'll be a brighter future
For both
for
of
the
them,
Bills
yeah.
and 49ers. Maybe we can meet in the Super Bowl before the 49ers beat the Bills. Who knows? Okay.
Take off them blinders. I think the Bills are probably going to beat the Niners, honestly. Because
you
of,
know what? You plug in a running back,
Josh Allen.
a stud running back, then we're talking. Okay. Until you get the running back, don't talk to me.
Sorry,
about
Bills
that,
Mafia.
Okay. Yeah, Bills Mafia. Exactly. Don't want any Bills Mafia.
Just get
coming
O.J.
anywhere.
Simpson Jr. in there, Just have just a clone of O.J. Simpson again. They'll make
I
the
know, right?
Super Bowl. That guy
I'm sure
carried
he's
them.
somewhere out there in the sci-fi world.
Oh, I know he is.
All right. Now, these are 10 matchups everyone needs to watch out. I threw in an extra one because there's a good chance that Packers-Chiefs game will be flexed out because it'll be Jordan Love playing against Patrick Mahomes.
No, the backup.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes' backup versus Jordan
Well, they
Love.
were saying, imagine if Rodgers doesn't play. I think the Packers play the Saints the first week of the season. So just having Jordan Love go to New Orleans to play for the first time. And I know the Saints don't have the best quarterback situation.
No.
But they do have better options than what the Packers would if Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing. Okay, so for the last one, and during these 10 games that I mentioned, I did not mention one team. Who was that team I didn't mention so far? You want to take one guess?
Ravens.
Oh, that's a good one. I know. There was a couple Raven games where I'm like, oh, that'd be pretty good, but I got to narrow this down
Lamar
to 10.
Jackson.
No, I know. It's my 49ers.
Of course. Bias.
I said week
Bias
18
expected.
is every team plays
So
somebody
weird
in
to
their
say
own
that.
division. So if the Rams are as good as everybody says they are, and the 49ers by this time, they probably have
Some injuries.
they have some injuries,
Come
but
on.
let's
Yeah.
how dare you say injuries? Especially we had enough injuries to last us for the next couple years. Okay, so let this next year go without many injuries because the year before in the Super Bowl they didn't have many.
Yeah, I know.
And then last year
I'm just being
it's like,
realistic here because this is the sports truth.
yeah, well, that's true. You do want to. It'll
You do
set
speak the truth. It will set you free.
It will set you free. It'll frustrate the hell out of you, but it'll also. Yes, so we have
So
the
what are we doing?
49ers and Rams probably playing for the NFC West Division, which will give them a playoff game or at least be able to play at home. So that is the last game. Maybe not for everybody else, but for me. And this is our discussion, so I will put the 49ers in there. I mean, if you remember the 49ers Seahawks game from 2 years ago,
I do.
right? The 1 inch line,
Oh no.
probably the most exciting. Like I probably lost some
What?
everything on that one.
You lost some hair.
I
you
lost hair. I
everything.
lost
Yep.
brain
You
power.
lost some years of your life.
Oh, absolutely.
Your soul left your body and came
yes,
back.
Yeah,
I disagree though. I think the
Uh-huh.
Seahawks Cardinals game last year was better. The one where it's back and forth in overtime, and then the Cardinals finally won with the field goal at the end.
Oh, okay, yeah. For
That one.
Yeah, for last year, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the year before that.
Oh yeah, that one's good. Yeah.
The one that sent
The
the
1 inch one.
49ers
Yeah.
to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I
I mean,
remember
they don't
that.
win that NFC West and get the first round bye, then they probably don't make it
Yeah.
to the Super Bowl.
Is there
Yeah.
any Cardinals games on that list, Mr. Biased?
They're
Because- let's see. Last season, the Cardinals had 4 games of the year.
yeah, you know what?
Against the Bills, against the Seahawks, against the Niners.
and that's
Come
where
on!
that's where you want your Cardinals. You want
yes,
them
to be the game of the year every time.
You want them to be disrespected that
no,
way.
not
so,
disrespected. Respected. We beat the Bills.
hey,
We
there's
beat
all-
the Seahawks.
no, that's true. There's some great
really
matchups
respected.
with the Cardinals that
Yeah.
I looked at.
Disrespected. Get out of here, Niners fan.
Yeah. Hey, I only have one Niners game in here, and that is a alternative game.
Yeah.
Because that is technically game 11 of the matchups. But anyways, so I hope you fans out there enjoy all these games. It's going to be an exciting season. All right, time for one of my favorite things to do on this show. Are you ready for 5 random questions?
Oh, I'm always ready.
Yeah, I was like, what question can I ask him to stump him?
You can't stump me.
All right,
If
I
you
know.
do, I'll let you know, though. I'll have to cut off the recording. I'll say, that's it. But like and subscribe.
Oh
press
my
exit.
God.
Yeah.
Wow. That would be sad.
The nuclear option, yeah.
Okay. All right. Here's the 5 questions. We always start off with something simple. And then we
Okay,
get
something
to
light.
Yeah, something light. Okay.
Okay.
What's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit?
Yeah. And at the end, like I said, I'll give you the right answers.
In your opinion, that doesn't make it right.
Well, there's definitely some wrong answers. Let's put it that way.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, my favorite fruit?
Yeah.
That's a hard one because
Is
I
it?
don't really eat fruit or vegetables. I don't.
You need to grow up and eat both. Okay?
No, I don't want to. I
Really?
I have
So
my
there's
freedom of
no
choice.
fruit out there that you enjoy a little bit?
Flavor-wise in a soda or drink?
No,
probably.
not a soda or drink.
That's it.
Off the tree.
I don't
can't
eat
bel-
fruit off the tree. I don't eat fruit or vegetables. So you can't stump me. I don't have to answer.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Neither.
I
None.
felt like I wanted to ask you what's your favorite food, and you're like, well, I don't really eat food because like, whatever. But no, all right. So for me on that one, I'm gonna go pineapple. And the wrong answer is anyone that says banana. Banana essentially ruins anything. Or banana ruins anything that it's in. I hate it in not slushies, but what am I thinking of? Like Jamba Juice type
Yeah.
stuff.
Jamba
Yeah, you
juices.
just taste that.
I disagree with you though. I think
on how?
pineapple's disgusting, especially when you put it on especially when you put it on pizza. You're dead to me.
No. Pineapple
Banana's better than
pizza with the
pineapple.
ham? Oh, no.
Nope, you're dead to me, man. That's
wow.
it.
That's, you know what? You're being biased because you don't
You're
like
being biased.
fruit.
You don't like banana.
I don't like
love
banana.
banana.
Who you like banana? Oh, it figures that you
See,
would
that's
be the
why I had to
banana person.
bash your pineapple.
All
I'm
right.
kidding. I eat pineapple pizza all the time.
Oh, you do?
I just wanted to get a reaction.
okay.
out of
Yeah,
you.
you
See,
did- you
look,
did
I
get a
reverse
reaction.
psychology, dude. That was easy.
All right. The next one's sort of a sci-fi question. Okay.
Oh boy, you're testing me now.
Yeah. Do you remember? You say you love history.
I do.
Who was looking for the Fountain of Youth?
The Nazis.
The Nazis. I'm sure the Nazis were looking for it.
They were, actually.
Yeah, no, totally.
even
Okay,
joking. They were.
No, I totally believe that because they were looking for everything else.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, God himself. But this was probably 500 years ago.
Who was like? Oh man, you're it's always two. It's either going to be the Catholic churches, you
Right.
know, Knights and Knights Templar, etc., or it's going to be some crazy kind of fanatics. They're like,
Okay.
we wanna
Yeah,
live
it
forever.
was a Spanish explorer. The name slips me right now.
Yeah.
So they went to go find it in Florida.
Right.
Out of all places, you're
In
gonna look
Florida.
in Florida with a bunch of swamplands. You know,
It's okay. It's the Florida Gators, man. I mean,
Well,
they're
yeah.
timeless.
Yeah, they are. That is true. Go Gators. The chomp. Love it. There we go. The chomp. All right. I think one time when I went to a gate, they showed me with the claws. You know,
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh.
I knew it would be Catholic or something.
Yeah, that's what
I
it is.
figured.
Okay, so we're not looking for the Fountain of Youth. That would be awesome. I mean, I'd take a couple
The
sips
Nazis
of
look
it
for it,
and
too.
knock off some of my age. But this one would be the Fountain of Old. Okay?
Oh,
So, how old are you, Chris?
28.
28. Okay. So, if you were to drink some of this Fountain of Old and it changed you from 28 to 40, right?
Uh-huh.
How much would you have to be given monetarily to make that jump? What's your asking price? And would you even do it?
I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it?
No, because
Okay.
all those years I missed of experiences in life, and
Yeah.
making friends and working and finding where I want to be, there's
Yeah.
no monetary value on that. So
That's a good answer. No, I was thinking my years of 28 to 40, some of the best years of my life. So
Exactly.
yeah, there's a couple friends out there that I'm pretty sure if I told them, would you go from 40 to 50
for money. Yeah.
for money,
They do it?
They would
Oh,
do it.
come on, guys.
Their love for money. But okay, all right. I figured that was the answer for you. I wasn't going to trip you up on that. I was just sort of curious.
You can't stop me. You mean, keep
Alright.
trying.
All right. Here's one that maybe
Maybe?
we can. Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Maybe you'll get me.
Yeah. All right. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks?
Can I use any era, anytime?
Any era, any time, of course.
We're gonna start from old. Otto Graham. Was the
Because
first
they
one.
won all those championships.
9 in a row.
Yeah,
and
9
then
in a
10
row.
total. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I don't care what age or what level of football you're playing. Okay, that's a good answer.
Joe Montana.
Yes, of course.
Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my fourth one, this is the hard one
It is tricky.
because
The first two are obvious as far as in terms of
Not the
Brady
third
and
one.
Montana. you
Otto
know?
Graham though. That's,
Well, yeah,
that's one not a lot of people know actually.
No, that's true. And when you ask
On the
those
Browns.
quarterbacks or
Yeah.
when you ask the NFL historians, they always throw
Otto Graham.
autogram in there.
So my fourth one, it's really hard because if we're going off Super Bowls, we're just going off greatest of all time. Because Mount Rushmore wasn't the best presidents; it was just the most well known.
Okay, so
'Cause it was
who's on the
Benjamin
Mount
Franklin.
Rushmore of presidents?
It's Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson.
Wait,
George
you didn't say
Washington.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, I did.
Is he on there? Really?
Yeah,
You sure?
yeah,
I don't think he is.
yeah. He is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he is. He has his glasses.
Wow. Ooh. I'm gonna say you're wrong on that. Okay, we'll look it up afterwards.
That's why I'm tripping
okay.
you up.
Okay,
I'm messing with you.
You are right. I was like, wait a minute.
Dude, you fell for that so easily.
No, because like Ben's on the $100 bill, so if he's on the $100 bill, maybe he's on there. And I
It's
was
Thomas
like,
Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and yeah, wait, it is.
those are all
Teddy Roosevelt.
Those are all the great
Teddy Roosevelt.
Those are all the great presidents of the United States. How
It's
could-
Teddy Roosevelt. I said
Yeah.
glasses to give you a hint, and you didn't even take
okay,
it.
okay,
Who else had glasses besides Benjamin Franklin? Teddy Roosevelt.
okay. Those are some of the best
Unacceptable.
presidents of all time
I
on
know.
there. And okay, so
I'm just saying.
who
though.
is
it's
that
still
fourth-
the most well known though.
who's the fourth person?
Brett Favre.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You said most well known. You
No,
never
no,
gave me. You never gave me
all right.
specifics.
I'm saying the best of the best. I mean,
Oh, best of the best. Okay, not
yeah.
Brett Favre.
Yeah. Wow.
You
the
hurt my. You're
silence.
hurting my feelings. You're hurting my feelings because I want to put 3 more quarterbacks on here. Because
Okay,
what you said.
take one of those 3 and just give me one.
Terry Bradshaw.
Okay, that's good. Good answer. Right
That's
answer.
4.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my 3 really quick. I agree with 3 of your 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Brady. I'm gonna go Montana. I'm gonna go Bradshaw. So you're talking the best in the 70s, best in the 80s, best of the 21st century.
Yeah.
Right,
and
with
then
Brady?
best of the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, I'm gonna change that
autograms
one
of
up.
Browns.
And for our viewers who don't know who Autogram
Yeah.
is, I'm gonna go Aikman because he dominated.
Troy Aikman.
Yeah. He dominated the 90s, won 3 out of 4 Super Bowls in 4 years. That's pretty impressive.
It's the Bills though.
Yeah, but
It's
I
the
mean,
Bills. They
yeah,
were cursed. So I only give them half credit for that.
Okay,
Sorry.
but
as
you
a
know what?
football-
On their way to beating the Bills, they
Yeah.
beat the Niners a couple times,
That's
which
true.
had those
I give you
good
that one.
Steve Young, Jerry Rice teams
Troy
that were
Aikman.
loaded.
Yeah.
Took some of our Super Bowls. So,
Still though.
yeah.
It's the curse because was it the Bills missed the field goal in one of them? At the
I just never
end?
seen a quarterback throw such a nice, tight spiral right where it needed to be. And of course, they had tons of weapons. You had Michael Irvin, you had Emmitt Smith,
Yeah, sorry, Troy.
and the
Aikman.
best offensive lineman. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
no one was going to get to Aikman. Okay,
Yeah, sorry, Troy Aikman. Autogram.
okay, that's fine.
10 championships.
I know
9 in
that's
a row.
that's
Come
hard to
on.
argue with it. So I'm not going to say you're wrong
Yeah,
on the auto.
it's just different.
It's
though.
just different. Yeah. All right.
That's fair.
What's the last place on Earth you would want to live besides Antarctica? I'm not going to make it that easy on you.
Oh, the worst place I want to live?
Yeah.
That's pretty easy.
Is it?
actually. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was that easy. I thought there was a ton of places you would want to live in the world, considering we live in the United States, and then
I mean, I'm spoiled because we live here.
yeah.
So. the
And not
place
only
I
do
would
we
not
live in the
want
United
to-
States, we live in the best city, San Diego, in the United States.
California. That's right.
Yeah, California, exactly. San Francisco's too expensive. LA's too crowded and full of itself. San Diego.
San Diego is
That might
pretty
be a
neutral. Yeah,
yeah.
actually, honestly, it is pretty neutral.
Okay.
Um,
so what's that place?
Honestly, it would be.
Doesn't have to be specific. I mean, you could just.
Oh, I'm gonna be very specific
you
because
are?
I'm pretty good at geography.
Okay.
I'm a historian.
I
Come
knew
on.
you were a historian. I didn't know you were good at geography. I sucked at geography. I was a good historian, but my geography could use some work.
It would be the deep Congo in Africa because they have no internet,
Mm-hmm.
no electricity.
Okay.
They have dirty water. They don't even have running water.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes days for you walking to even see someone else at all.
Okay.
And if you get lost in the jungle, you can die from different diseases if you don't have
Not-
shots or anything.
Okay. Not to even mention all the dangerous animals.
The dangerous
that live
animals
in the wild.
No, the most dangerous animal is actually the mosquitoes, malaria. If I don't have any kind of
But
immunity
let's
to
say
I'm gonna
that
die.
you know you're going there, so you're gonna get.
Oh,
your
I got all the
malaria.
shots, everything.
Yeah, you got your
Still
shots.
the deep Congo because I don't know
Okay.
what I'm doing.
That's
I don't know the animals. I don't know the people. There could be dangerous poachers there that could kill me. you know?
right. No, that's and maybe there's some civil war going on.
Civil war could be
from
going. I'm just saying. In
decades
general,
ago. Yeah, no, I
that
mean,
would suck. I don't want to be there.
I-
No
I-
internet.
that's funny that you put that as
It
one of
is.
your biggest
Internet
reasons.
is a modern
Yeah.
necessity. I don't care what it says. Like,
Okay.
oh, it's not necessary. Yeah, it is.
I like
Internet
that you
is
gave me a
necessary.
specific country and place.
Yeah.
That's a really good answer. Mine's sort of similar.
Yeah.
Mine is going to be somewhere in the South American jungle.
Jungle. It's
Like-
always a jungle.
Yeah, Amazon.
Jungle,
okay.
Congo,
so I'm dealing with
Amazon.
all types of weird
Yeah.
insects.
And I don't know about. Yeah.
What's gonna kill me? Is it the narco terrorists,
No.
leftist
No.
guerrillas out there? They're
No.
gonna kidnap me
They're
and want
not-
my
that's not
family
it.
to pay them millions of dollars, even though my
It's the animals.
family doesn't even have a dime.
It's the animals.
Yeah, or yeah.
It's the insects. It's the disease.
Okay, let's say
jungle
you
fever.
make it past all that.
Then it's the terrorists.
Yeah, it's the terrorists. Also, at least with them, I'd have somewhat of a chance. You know, I could speak to them a little
Speak some
Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah, and say, you know,
Ayuda, ayuda.
Yeah, this is ayuda. This is the best I could do. You
Yeah.
know, I can come up with this much money. Or either that, or let me be part of your group. If I'm going
There
to
you
live
go,
here,
yeah.
give me a gun.
Yeah, I'll join.
Let's go
I'll join your
fight whoever we.
leftist
Yeah,
guerrillas,
exactly. And then at some other point, then I'll find a way out. You know?
Eventually.
Once given a gun and be part and more familiar with the terrain. Because if I was able to run away, where would I run away to? You know,
Nowhere.
nowhere.
To the jungle to be
Exactly,
eaten
to the
by
jungle. And that's
jaguars.
another. Yeah, and you know, and if I wasn't eaten by jaguars or the
Yeah.
countless animals that could eat me out
Yeah.
there are some groups out there,
Cannibals.
indigenous group cannibals. Exactly.
They'd eat
that
you.
they would eat me. They would put me on that
Spit. Yeah. Spit.
Yeah.
They'd love to eat you. You'd be
I almost
savory.
said something else, which would
You,
have
you,
been.
you would be savory because of all the food you eat, you foodie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, this tastes like
Oh,
that
my
pasta
God.
linguine you had last night.
So yeah, okay. So Congo, the Amazon,
Amazon,
yeah.
yeah.
There's some other scary places
I mean,
out
I
there
have
in the
mad
world.
respect for the people that live there.
Yeah.
Because that's I couldn't do that.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. All right. I had one more. Okay. Last question.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll go on to our hot topics of the day, and then we will be done
Yeah.
with our time.
Amazing podcast.
Amazing podcast that all 10 people listen to.
Exactly. All 9 of
All
our
right.
subscribers.
All
Shout
right.
out.
All right. This past week, there are some issues going on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell the people of North Carolina since they have no gas? And then I'll tell you what my response is.
Basically, you just have to say they can't go to work, right? They can't even get groceries. They're probably gonna have to bike or walk or take the bus, something, because you can't just say I give up. You know, you got to
Okay.
keep fighting. You got to.
So
keep
you're
living.
saying what you're saying is go there, riot at the gas station.
No,
no,
that's not what I'm
No,
saying.
put your gasoline in a plastic bag.
No, it's
No?
not what I'm saying. Nice try trying to trap me though. I said my answer. You got to keep going, and you hope
Okay.
the pipeline gets turned on again,
Eventually,
because
yeah.
you have to keep going to work. You have to do these things. You have to go to the grocery store. You got to find a way. You got to do it. You know. You gotta
I would
pull
think
through.
after the COVID and the pandemic that they would be able to adjust to something like this.
Yeah,
What
they can do
I
anything.
tell those people is you should have got an electric car. Then you wouldn't be dealing with any of this.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, like if you can afford a $40,000-$50,000 car, yeah, and then the expensive batteries. Yeah, totally. Yeah, such a great answer. You're so mean.
Sorry, that's just
Little tongue-in-cheek joke there.
Tongue-in-cheek
Please don't
joke.
kill us, Tesla.
yeah. All right, we're gonna go over some of the topics of the day. I
Okay.
got 3 of them. The first one is, what's your take on Tim Tebow going to Urban Meyer's Jaguars?
I think they should try him out. He's a good enough of an athlete. He could do some route running as a tight end. I think he still has the speed. I think he could still do it. I don't think he's a 5-second 40. There's no way. He's like sub 5. He has to be 4.
Oh, he's sub 5
He
for
has to
sure.
be 4.7, 4.6. I don't care. As long
Yeah.
as he's up there, he's fine.
He's definitely closer to 4.5
really
than he is.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So
He was a
You don't-
great runner.
You don't need to be a burner to be a tight end. If you can run crisp routes,
Do you think he's
and
being?
make
Do you think he's being used correctly at the tight end position? Or
Yes.
the,
yes, all you need to
Okay.
do is do separation. You just
All
need to
right.
make separation on your cuts and be open. That's all you need to do as a tight end. Travis Kelsey and how do I keep forgetting his name? Your tight end on the Niners. I
Oh,
always forget
come
his name.
Kittles.
Kittle. I
Yeah.
always forget his name. Sorry, it's
All
because
right.
I'm biased.
Okay.
Kittle and Kelsey do the same thing. If you watch their routes,
Yeah.
the last step before they make the cut
Uh-huh.
is what separates them from other tight ends. Same with Gronkowski. So if Tebow can do the same thing and make 2-3 yard separation,
Okay.
and
I'm
my
gonna play.
my
I'm gonna
boy
play.
can throw to him.
No, Tim Tebow is definitely my boy.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
won
Gators.
2 championships in 3 years. He won the Heisman. So I'm definitely a big believer in
Root
Tim
for
Tebow. I
Yeah.
think he's sort of limited at the tight end. Maybe that's the official position they put him at. I would have him more as like fullback, H-back.
You think he can block?
Oh yeah, he can block. I mean,
That's
when
the
Tim,
biggest question.
no, oh he can. I mean,
Okay.
Tim, I wouldn't. I would not sure if
A
you
blocking
want.
tight end?
Well,
I don't
mean,
think he's Travis Kelsey level blocking tight end, but possibly.
no, more chipping and being involved in the play.
Okay.
When he was at the Gators, he had crazy bench pressing stories. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he benched more than just about everybody else on the team. I mean, this guy is just
An athletic freak.
athletic freak, lives in the gym.
How old is he now, though?
Oh God.
He's not 30 yet.
Yeah, no, I want to say he is because it's been like 10 years since. Yeah, so it's been a while.
It'll be fine, though. We've drafted older or signed older players before.
I see
on
him
NFL
more
teams.
as a secret weapon. Are you telling me that with Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne in the back, and whatever other weapons or designs
Plus
that
Tim
Urban
Tebow,
Meyer,
a
yeah,
tight end.
yeah,
That'd be
exactly,
good.
or
It's not a secret
as a
weapon.
fullback. I mean, just using him on that goal line or inches. Tim Tebow, if you need to get a couple yards, he will get it for you.
Solid tight end is what I'm going to say.
Okay, I'm going more.
Trevor Lawrence
Hopefully,
could throw to him constantly, 10 targets a game.
that's true.
There you go, on third down.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. Everyone's just hating on him, like,
Of
oh
course.
well, he got the job because he's Urban Meyer's friend, and
Well,
maybe
isn't that true of most jobs and careers? It's not what you know, it's,
It's
who you know.
Yes.
So I don't know why everyone's hating when that's like a true statement, literally.
Yeah. I mean, as far as his quarterback days, his days are over on that. I remember when I first found out, and it took me a long time to figure out that Tim Tebow didn't know how to throw. Okay.
He throws it like a lance, dude. Have you seen? He throws it like a javelin.
Yeah, I mean the fact that he's a left-handed
yeah.
thrower sort of hurts him because there's isn't too many good lefties. There's the Steve Youngs and the Michael Vicks.
Yeah, Michael Vick,
There's a
yeah.
couple of them, but his senior year, he was playing against Alabama in the SEC championship. So this was a right to go to the championship game. And the moment I knew that my Gators were in trouble and were going to lose, this was before I found out that he didn't know how to throw.
Yeah.
When Saban said, okay, you know what? We're going to stop the run. How about you try to throw? I still remember this vividly. My Gators came out in white uniforms. Usually it's white and then blue or orange on the pants.
Yeah.
This was white t-shirt, white helmet, white pants, white socks. It was like the surrender flag. Like, we are throwing up the flag. I mean,
Why did they wear all white?
I don't know. To this day, I'm like, this is the SEC championship, and that's what you're going with. So, anyways, throughout the game, he was trying to throw and he couldn't. And I was like, oh my God, Tim Tebow can't throw. He's been relying either on Percy Harvin, who was one of the fastest wide receivers, slot
yeah.
wide receivers.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was always in the backfield and always dangerous. And
Throw it
that
to
was a
him.
big reason they had beat the Alabama the year before or the year before that,
Yeah.
whenever it was. No, yeah, the year before that when they won the championship. So I wish him good luck. I know there's a lot of haters on the Tim Tebow.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah, exactly. When he, if he could score you, I don't know, 6 or 8 touchdowns throughout the season on special plays.
That's a success.
Yeah, I mean, you could pitch it out to him as a fullback or running back, and then all of a sudden he's throwing the ball. No, he's not throwing the ball. He tucks it in and runs for it. So, yeah. I mean, you got to worry about Trevor Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
When you're playing out there, and then to have Travis Etienne and a Tim Tebow and Urban Meyers be mind behind it, just watch out, fans. Okay, Tim Tebow could do more damage than you think. I mean,
For sure.
Yeah. All right. My second question is: are quarterbacks the new divas? Because it's always the wide receiver, right? You mentioned OBJ and
Antonio Brown.
Those are the most diva. I mean, Chad Ochocinco back in the day.
Oh gosh. Oh, I forgot to mention DJ Chark.
Who?
DJ Chark on the Jaguars. That's the wide receiver, I believe, that you
Oh, DJ Clark?
Chark. Remember Chark?
Uh-uh.
DJ Chark for the Jaguars. He's pretty good.
DJ Clark.
It's Chark. It's CHARK. I'll look it up right now and show you. It's
Okay.
Chark.
You're trying to mess with me.
No,
Okay.
it's no. It's,
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Whoever he is, he doesn't really matter too much.
He's their first.
Well, I mean,
wide
you got
receiver.
Marvin Jones Jr., so he's the one that's going to stretch the field for Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
But are they divas?
Quarterbacks, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But okay, so the quarterbacks I'm mentioning right here that wanted to be traded are Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, and Aaron Rodgers. So if you delve into this a little bit more, you will see that they had somewhat of a reason to be a little bit pouty and a diva. I mean, Deshaun Watson had a terrible owner who gave him a terrible coach and a GM
And controversies.
I'm pretty sure he's on the racist spectrum, the owner, and Deshaun Watson wants out. So I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to play for the Texans either. Don't waste your career playing there. And obviously he has his 22 civil lawsuits that most of them have to, or
you
just
could
about
just
all of them.
retire, fake retire, and then come back out with another
That's
team.
not a bad idea. Sort of do evicted, but instead of going
Yeah.
to jail, just go live your life with the millions you've made.
Exactly.
Maybe, yeah. As far as Aaron Rodgers go, I mean, can you blame the guy? This has been building for a long time. The problem, Packer fans and Aaron Rodgers fans out there, is that everybody else, out of the 32 teams, 31 have owners. The Packers do not have an owner. They are team owned. Is that correct?
Team owned.
Yeah.
They all bought stock. All the fans bought stock.
So
into
you
it.
have all these people trying to have power plays, and I don't know his name, but he started off as a strength and conditioning coach. Okay?
Yeah,
Which
the strength coach.
can you imagine a strength and conditioning coach on any of the other 32 rising to the ranks of being able to make major decisions that affect your team?
No.
Yeah.
It's a
So he hates the GM. He wants him fired. But even if he fires the GM, there's so many other personnel in charge that I just don't see how this ends well. I mean, maybe Rodgers bites his lip, plays this year, and then he goes to a team. I don't know.
I doubt it. I think he's gonna
Sit out the year, or is
Sit
he going
out.
to the Broncos or Raiders?
sit
Because
out or retire and then join the other teams. You
Okay.
can just fake retire.
Yeah, exactly. Do the fake retirement bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out. Yeah.
For sure. Oh my god.
No one would blame you after all that crap that happened.
I mean,
Brady got everything he wanted.
Yeah.
Did Rodgers get everything he wanted? No.
No, that's a perfect example. Exactly. You know that mentioning the Bucks,
Yeah.
that they got Giovanni
Giovanni
Bernard.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
another add a rich to the riches. He's a third down specialist. Oh, you think Brady could use a third down specialist catching out of the
Sure.
backfield? Sure, why
Here you
not?
go.
Just one more thing. Oh, everybody else is covered. Gronk. Give me all the players. AB,
Mike
Godwin,
Evans.
Mike
Evans.
Evans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gronk,
there's
yeah.
Giovanni. He's wide open. No
Just
one's
throw it to
covered.
him. Yeah.
Let me throw it to him. So yeah, he did that. If he did well with the Bengals, I'm sure that Brady can make him
Do good with the Bucks. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And then the only one that I think is a little bit of a diva and had no reason really to complain was Russell Wilson.
He just wants more yards. He just wants to throw every game. I don't blame him though, because when you throw more than run, you do get more yards, you do get more points, and you do win more games. But it's a team for a reason, not just the Russell Wilson show.
Yeah, I mean, they had an offensive coordinator. I want to say it's Schottenheimer's son that was holding them back. Surprise, surprise.
Again, another Schottenheimer.
Yeah, another
shotting
Schottenheimer.
you down.
Exactly. And you know what? If you were crazy and you wanted the what team am I talking about? You wanted the not Packers.
Seahawks.
Thank you for bringing me back down to earth.
You're welcome.
If you wanted the Seahawks, or if thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay. Now you're just recorded on this forever.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's my daughter. She's off to school. All right. Let me get back here to finish out our podcast. Russell Wilson. Yeah. Why the heck would you want to go to the Bears? I mean, I get going to the Saints because you have Sean Payton and you have Alvin Kamara.
Shout out to my Bears fan. You know, he totally wanted him, but now he's got Justin Fields, so it's okay. You don't need Russell.
No, I mean, if I was starting off, I would almost want. Okay, look, this is why I want to tell you that Justin Fields is the better deal for not Packer fans. Bears fans. Yeah. How dare I say Packer?
How dare you?
Right? I apologize, Bears fans who are out there. You're going to get Justin Fields for 3 or 4 years where you don't have to pay the guy. I mean, it's going to be a couple games of Andy Dalton and Justin Fields coming in, so the future looks bright, and it's going to be cheap, and then you can build the rest of the team in those 3 or 4 years if it's done right with Matt Nagy. And I want to say Ryan Pace is the GM to that team.
Yeah,
so,
you got Khalil Mack, who you overpaid on your defense. It's fine. He's still good, though.
It's just funny that would you consider Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, and Aaron Rodgers top 5 quarterbacks?
When they're rolling,
right.
Yeah.
At one point in their careers, they've been a top 5 quarterback. I'm just saying that it's just funny that 3 of the top 5 quarterbacks have issues.
I think that's because the new atmosphere and the attitude towards quarterbacks now.
Do you think
that they're expendable and you can trade them, and that you just want to sign or draft the newest top quarterback?
Let me ask you a quick question. Do you think what happened to Brady has anything to do with these quarterbacks wanting a better team and wanting their way?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
He's the biggest success story since Peyton Manning going to the Broncos and winning the Super Bowl for them and retiring.
That's good.
So it's only him and Manning.
But, I mean, Peyton Manning took the long way. He went there, was destroyed by the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Got there again.
Won.
Not because of him, but because the Broncos had a great defense.
Yeah.
And
with Von Miller,
and then Cam Newton just had a meltdown. He didn't jump on the ball.
He just looked at it.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Ever since then, to all those Cam Newton supporters out there, oh no, he didn't have a preseason last year and it was his first year with the Patriots. No, Cam Newton ran his gimmick. He's done. He's broken. It'll just be a couple games until Mac Jones starts. I think they have a better shot of having a winning season, which is technically 9-8, than with Cam Newton. They will not have a winning season if Cam plays the whole season.
Right.
Which would make me think, if he did play the whole season, does that mean he's playing well and they're doing better?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so.
That'd be funny.
That would be funny. Yeah, that's not happening. All right. This is our last one. Earlier in the week, I asked you, out of the 32 teams, how many teams have a legitimate shot of winning the Super Bowl? Not of getting there, not of getting to the playoffs, because if it's the playoffs, there's probably, I don't know, a good 16, 18 teams that could do it. But I want to know who's going to win the big dance, the big game, the one that matters, the one people remember you for.
Why don't you give me your top 10?
I'm going to give you top 10. You said you had 6.
6. I'm going to give 6 out of that top 10.
Right, exactly. Maybe even you add one. We'll see. Okay. These are the teams that I have. Okay. I guess I'll go with the ones that I'm pretty sure you're going to say you'll agree with. All right. Chiefs.
Yeah.
Right?
Chiefs.
Bucks.
Yep.
Okay. 49ers.
No.
Oh.
No, that's not on my list.
Oh, you know what? Oh, wait a minute.
Because you said you'd be happy if they made it to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
That's why remember, we speak the truth here, guys, on Sports Truth.
That's true. So you're basically telling me that you have 6 teams because you don't think that there's anybody in the NFC that could beat the Bucks. right?
No one.
So your other 5 teams would be in the AFC.
Basically,
Okay.
at this point, it's basically who's going against the Bucks.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I'm not even
All
being
right.
biased here,
Yeah,
guys. This is
I mean,
unprecedented.
I didn't look at it from
Yeah,
that point.
This is unprecedented, dude, in our
Okay,
time.
I did. Okay.
It's-
I mean, I
it's
guess
the-
maybe I should have reframed my question and said, which teams
It's going against the Bucks.
No, which teams would be able to have the right to go to the Super Bowl? Then you could include the 49ers.
okay, yeah,
but that wasn't
yeah.
the question.
Yeah, the 49ers, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
they're
you know
right,
what? If
but
we're going
winning
for
it-
just Super Bowl teams, okay.
Oh, boy.
All right. So that pretty much. Let me see if I had any other. I didn't have anybody coming out of the NFC East. Let me look at Green Bay.
Yeah, Packers.
Okay, so they could beat the Bucks.
Yeah, if they don't kick a field goal on 4th down.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I give the Packers
They were that
a
close.
legitimate chance. They were that close.
So dumb, dude. Kick a field goal. Like, imagine if you were the coach on the sideline. Yeah, let's kick a field goal to Aaron Rodgers' mic, and he hears that. He's like imagine he does a double take. He looks over his shoulder at the sideline.
Yeah,
and raises his hands up.
He had the least response until maybe he went and sat down, and then you read
he
it on
got
his
mad.
face
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, my MVP season has come to an end.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we have. All right. Seahawks? No.
No.
Okay.
See, I'll tell you my
Yeah,
reasoning when
okay.
we're done.
Okay. All right.
Keep going.
All right. Chargers.
No.
Really?
They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
They're not?
No.
They got Brandon Staley. They got Justin Herbert. They got a rebuilt offensive line.
I'll be happy if they get to the AFC Championship game.
Okay, all right, yeah. I think the goal for Charger
Is
fans
to get to
should
the
be
championship
AFC,
game.
yeah.
Just win 2 playoff games or 1 playoff game or whatever.
Would
it
you
is.
give them a shot to go to the Super Bowl if they had a stud running back?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had a LT light,
Light, okay.
anything. If you had Saquon Barkley, oh my God.
Okay.
Who's
Oh,
healthy.
I'm not sure if that's the best example because I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it
if
is.
he's
Saquon
played.
Barkley's rookie season was really good. That's what I'm saying.
Did he
when he's
play the whole
healthy.
season?
Yeah, he did. He
Oh,
played the whole
Okay.
season. His rookie
I think
season.
since his rookie season, he hasn't
No,
played.
he hasn't. That's what I'm saying. When he's healthy,
Okay.
it scares me.
All right. I have Bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bills. Yeah.
Dolphins?
No.
No.
I have high standards for winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Right. It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
Super Bowl.
You're right. Yeah.
It's
And
the
why
Super Bowl.
wouldn't they? What's holding them back?
The Browns?
No, not the Browns. I said the Dolphins.
Oh, what's holding the Dolphins back?
Yeah.
Tua.
Tua, right?
He doesn't have enough experience. I don't care how good
Okay.
you are.
Yeah.
If you're your second year or whatever, really, you're going to win the Super Bowl in your second year? Unless you're Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. You're not going to be you're going to win the Super Bowl MVP? You're telling me
Yeah.
a 1 year
Yeah, you're
person's going to win the Super Bowl?
right. Yeah, it's a timing
Maybe.
process. I see them doing a lot better next year and maybe challenging
They
the
might
Bills.
go to playoffs. The
Yeah.
Dolphins might go to playoffs.
Playoffs.
I'm serious. Yeah.
That's it.
Playoffs?
Okay.
We're talking about playoffs. Playoffs?
All right, last couple teams. I'll throw the Titans in there.
No.
No. Okay.
Running teams historically don't
That's true.
do well against high-powered offenses.
That is my
They get
philosophy
rolled.
too. You're right. Okay, last two, Browns and Ravens,
The Browns, yes.
but not the Ravens.
Not the Ravens. Once again, too much running.
Too much running.
He needs to throw it more. You need to be able to throw it
So if
consistently.
everything breaks right, and that second wide receiver that
Ravens,
he
yeah.
that he has,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I think that we have come to the end of our podcast.
Yeah, and I'm gonna list my reasonings here
For what?
for the ones I picked. I have the Chiefs, the Bills, the Browns,
Oh.
the Ravens, the Bucks, and the Packers.
That's a pretty
my
solid
six.
list.
Yeah, and here's the reasons why. They all
Uh-huh.
are high-powered.
So
They
first of
all
all, you
have
got
good defenses.
do they have a strong nucleus?
They all do. Yeah, you're right. They have
Okay.
the good coach and quarterback.
Quarterback and the chemistry.
And it's all about who's gonna beat the Bucks at this point.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Injuries pertaining, of course. Knock on wood. All right.
right.
So that's the end of the podcast.
That is. If you have any questions or comments, we got one from a New York fan. Not exactly sure if he was a Jets or
Giants.
Giants fans, but I'd like to say the Jets are on the rise, meaning that they'll be a threat to some teams. They will occasionally surprise, but they still have a long ways to go. The Giants are a little bit of a mystery. If you're telling me that Daniel Jones is the answer, because they have the wide receiver
And the running back. If everyone
and the
stays
running
healthy,
back,
then
yeah,
maybe.
and their defense is very underrated. So,
Yeah.
I guess best case scenario, they win the NFC East.
Least.
Yeah, but then they get bumped out the next round. It might be a while, Giants fans. But anyways, I have no idea what we're going to talk to you about next week. I'm sure within the week
We'll figure it out.
there'll be some good stuff to talk about.
Thank you for listening and have a good day.